Welcome to the first tier list of spring 2026. I rate these episodes on like an individual basis, Monday to Sunday cutoff, but obviously the beginning of a season is a bit messy. A lot of episodes are dropping in batches, some of them haven't even started and so on. So this tier list will be just my first overall impressions on what I think about spring 2026. Obviously we're not watching every anime, but I'm going to be rating pretty much every goddamn anime that's airing right now that's probably worth watchable. If you look at this list, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 8 times 3 is what? 24. Take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? We're watching 23 fucking anime. Is the math right? No, it's 19 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2, 16 plus 3, 19. We're watching 19 anime right now. And then you have to add on the fact that we have JoJo's. We have JoJo's as a community series that's going. We also have the second channel. So I'm like juggling about 21 separate series right now, which is actually on the lower end. Believe it or not, this is actually me like not going all out. Before, we used to watch like fucking like every single weekly that came out every fucking day. We were juggling like 20, north of 20, like almost 30 at one point. Anyways, let's check it out. So, these are the ratings, right? So peak, great, good, mid, trash, dropped. And I have to let you know that these descriptive ratings are not like basically I give it a numeric rating, an objective rating. If I was watch something trash like Debate, it's like a 5 out of 10. But if the episode for whatever reason was really funny, I might put it in peak. So again, don't like be too hung up on these words and the numbers that I give out. Speaking of Debate, I think we're dropping it. Okay. So I'm not too sure yet. My overall impression of Debate after the first episode is it's still here. It's literally here, right? It's garbage, nothing changed, the production value sucks. But beyond that, the issue about this is the story. The story is now shifting. They're going like anime only. I don't know how long it's gonna go for, but a lot of people that watched episode 2 told me that like, dude, the timelines are gonna get fucked up now. They're doing this own unique thing, and at this point, I'm like, nah, I don't really give a fuck anymore. Like, I only watched it for the story. You're gonna try to do your own anime only split because the anime is so fucking bad, they probably want to end the shit early. I'm good. But who knows? Maybe if the shit turns around and it's actually worth checking out in a couple of weeks, I might be back. But for now, garbage. Another anime that I dropped, unfortunately, is this. So, Akane Banashi, I think, is somewhere here, right? I think production value alone, probably one of the best produced shows in this season, without a doubt. This is definitely an elite produced anime. But an elite produced anime has nothing to do with how well it's received by the audience, and this really fucking tanked. The average viewership to watch time, shit, let's check it out right now. And you gotta consider that this is, again, first week viewership, right? First week viewership is where it's so easy to get the views. Very lackluster, extremely just barely after fucking a week, it's just doing this. It's really not there, and it's not that surprising. Like, these are terrible, terrible fucking metrics that we're hitting right now. The engagement too, it's just, people don't care about this, right? Look at how low the bar is. The pink line, right? This is the overall gray area of the high and the low of where you should be at. It's not even meeting, it's barely meeting it. And I want to say like it's not the anime's fault, but it is the anime's fault. It truly is. An anime about Rakugo, how the fuck is it ever gonna succeed? This is some ancient Japanese traditional storytelling. There's a language and a culture barrier on top of that. I really appreciate how they try to make it entertaining. And the first episode was entertaining, but the second one, that was a painful watch, sir. It genuinely was. I was just sitting there and the stories that they're telling makes no fucking sense to me or the audience. The fact that like you're supposed to know the stories already because it's like a Japanese thing, and on top of that, they don't even focus on the said story. It's about more like the optics of story and the reaction from the audience, and it's just hard to engage with. I'm just watching it in silence. It's just too different. It's too different of an anime. And I'm really disappointed because this shit was being glazed to the moon of being like what? The fucking like the queen of shonen. And I think this is a psyop. Where are the people that's watching this or reading this? The way that people talk about this shit is like Jujutsu Kaisen, like Kagurabachi, like level of fucking hype. I don't see the motion. I think that we've been fucking set up. I have nothing personally against this anime. It's just that it's just too different. It's just too fundamentally different in type of the storytelling and the type of the anime. It's just, it sucks, man. The anime is good though. I think that if you You probably enjoy it if you want to watch like different types of anime that focuses more on like, I don't know, Rakugo, I guess. Unfortunate. Another anime that's shocked me that also is very different but actually is doing good enough is this. Nippon Sangoku, I think, is definitely peak. 2 episodes have come out, and both episodes probably one of the best produced anime of this season. Absolutely. I think it probably is the best production value. Now, I feel like production value gets a bit subjective at a certain point. Once it gets to that top tier, it's a very like insignificant subjective differences. So I think it is in the elite category along with Akane Banashi. I think that some of the other elite production value anime this season definitely are Witch Hat Atelier. Daemon, I think, is really up there too. What else? I think these really stand out. I don't think Tensor is there. I haven't seen a sentence just yet. Wistoria stands out. Marriage Toxin, low key, I think it does. These 4, from what I've seen, right? And then there's like a separate category of like, I don't know, like Class of the Elite, like this, ReZero, right? There's like a separate category, like the greats and the goods. Maybe we could do like a separate tier list for this kind of stuff. But I think that these, I would comfortably say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are clearly a cut above the rest so far from what I've seen. Now it could change, right? Again, I'm just talking about what I've seen so far. But regardless, really amazing anime. Absolutely would recommend it. Totally different type of storytelling where it's like, what is it? Post-apocalyptic world, kinda. Shit happened, it got too real. And now we're like back into like the Meiji era, except it's still kind of modern in the environment that we live in. But we're still like horseback riding and shit. And there's like 3 factions. It's like the 3 kingdom warring factions. And he's supposed to like unite them all. The first episode, amazing pilot, direction, crazy, artistic direction, the detail in the eyes and the lips. And oh my god, bro, it's just so good. The soundtrack's hitting too. Second episode, the femboy aura, the baldy, just the action, the hype. Again, the character acting. Like, would absolutely recommend this. Definitely recommend this. Let's talk about a great anime next. So we talked about some trash that we've dropped. What's a great anime? I would say a great anime would probably be ReZero. I think that if you're gonna rate ReZero peak off the first episode, you are blindly glazing without really looking at the others. I think it'd be very dishonest to say this was peak first episode. If you do, I think you're a Frieren season 2 brigader. Right? I think it was a solid episode, like an 8 out of 10. It was wrapping up. This is what happens when you just start off picking the story off at season 4, right? Like, it's not bad. It's the fact that we're literally wrapping shit up from last season because it ended off in such a crazy cliffhanger, which I think was the best decision to do. Wrapping up tight ends, loose ends, and then what? The Anastasia stuff was pretty interesting. The Garfield post-credit, apparently that was anime only. That was really amazing. The whole emotional, closure for Garfield and the mom and Mimi fan service. Great episode. But I wouldn't say that was peak by any means. Other anime definitely, and here's the thing. Shit like this can just show up and pop off because we're just getting started. Shit like this is like you're just picking the book up in the middle of the fucking thing and you're like, what's going on right now, right? So again, it's kind of hard. It's like ReZero and other sequels are very like, it's at a disadvantage in starting off strong like that. So again, we're just gonna wait. I think the real stuff is gonna happen this week or the next week, right? Episode 2 or 3. They did like an early release premiere shit. I think they should have done a batch, honestly. But I hear that it's gonna get really fucking good. So hey, it's fine. Next up, what's a good anime? I think a good anime probably is something like Iruma-kun, right? Low-key should be here, but I think, and I read the manga for this, because again, if you don't know, we're like in season 4 with this shit too. And not only is it season 4, it's fucking every course, 2 cores. It's fucking crazy. There are 72 episodes that you have to watch to like be caught up to this shit. So obviously, it's a very niche show. There's still like a hardcore audience that enjoys it. As I watched this without understanding really production value, I didn't think much of it because the voice acting and the story direction carried it. But now that I watched this with my Sakuga eye open, I realized, holy shit, this is garbage. This is actually garbage adaptation in the animation, but the story direction is actually pretty damn good. So it's like a limited anime that appeals to a niche crowd, which I think is, again, it's like a 7 out of 10 anime. Nothing too crazy. I'm enjoying the the music festival, and hopefully we're gonna be able to last out the 24 fucking episodes, because I'm not gonna lie, it's looking kind of shaky right now, but it might be a passion project. And now if we have a peak, great, and good, what's a mid anime? What was like a really mid anime? Low-key here. Straight up low-key here. I don't like, this anime is so fucking garbage in the writing that I'm wondering, like, am I falling for the writing? Like, is this the whole point? Dude, like, the pacing is dog shit. This shit starts off at like lightning blitzkrieg speed, like skipping everything. And I just don't know what the fuck is going on, because it just expects you to know all this shit. And this is not, again, a media literacy issue. This is a pacing issue. They decided to just go with like 20 out of fucking 10 speed and just go, go, go. And this story is kind of interesting, but the characters are so fucking flawed and bad that I'm thinking you're intentionally doing this, right? The most recent episode with the fucking buffet girl, orphan girl, and how she just pulled a fucking blade and on a civilian, no less. Not a civilian, it's like a random person, but still, it's just like, nothing makes sense, and it's so trashy that it's fun to watch, but I can tell it's a train wreck that low-key, it's probably gonna get dropped. I think everyone's just kind of waiting on Hitler reincarnation character to pull up. That's literally it. But so far, very disappointing. But still, it's kind of like this, where it's like kind of fun to watch. You know what? I'm not even gonna put this in mid. I'm just gonna put this in fucking trash, to be honest. There is some great cuts though. The transformation scenes, the action sequences actually are pretty damn good. The background comp is dog shit. I'm gonna stand on that. One of the worst background art I've ever seen in my fucking life. And the story, it's just, I don't know. I'm just waiting for something to happen, but low-key gonna get dropped pretty soon. What was a true mid anime? Other than that, no, I think none of these are mid. So now let's plot the graph again. I think another peak anime is obviously Marriage Toxin. Marriage Toxin for me still probably is the best pilot episode. If we're talking about the first episode, probably this. The comedy hit for me. The twist with the girl, it actually hit. The overall themes of marriage, not just for a fucking baby and continuing your bloodline, for out of love, endearing. Action sequences go hard too. Soundtrack is hitting. Everything about this show just clicked for me. And it was probably the best episode. First episode that I watched. It was really fun. Would 100% recommend Marriage Toxin. Absolutely. The comedy just, it's some JoJo shit. Like, I don't know how to describe to you. Like, like the way that it starts with a bunch of Yakuza dudes sitting on a bunch of like manservants. Well, what about the fucking insect god? Remember him? The bug god? Bro just walks away on his Healy's cockroach. Like, what? Like, shit like that just makes me fun. I'm just dead laughing. What's another great anime? I'd say this was great. I think Kill Blue is nailing it. That first episode was genuinely fun. There's a lot of blue stuff going on. I think that's the whole point. Kill Blue, right? Maybe they're going for Kill Bill. I don't know, but there's a lot of blue lights. Regardless, the story of like an unk that's not really regressing, because regressing means that you're going back in time, but he basically turns into a kid and now he has a second chance to start over, and you know, he has to be like a bodyguard for the girls and at the school, and just the comedy with the panda stripper guy. Like, it hit. It actually was really fun. I enjoyed watching it. I definitely would recommend this. I'm glad I checked it out. What's a good anime? Probably this. Angel Next Door is alright. It's alright. Low-key mid? It's cozy. It's not bad. Season 2 came back, and the story is now obviously official. They're dating, and there's a lot of, oh my god, these are public domestic terrorists, you know, PDA affection, like, oh my god, get a fucking room, blah blah blah. I need something more to happen, and I think something will happen regarding the plot as we go home to visit family back home, because so far it's just kind of been like OVA episodes, right? Just hanging out, chilling, swimming pool, fan service. It's alright. It's alright. It's cozy. What's another peak anime? I would actually say Daemon's is peak. I would. I think the production value is, again, really, really good. In that upper echelon. Not the best of the best, but I think it sneaks in to that tier. That first episode was actually fascinating. The world building, the setting, anime Mormons living in a mountain, the fake sister twist, the real sister pulling up, killing, and then Gabi-chan killing villagers. It's what's going on? The brother's trying to save him, but save him from what? The grandma? What? And then the Daemon reveal, the left and the right. The action's impactful. The action fight scenes are actually really hype. Second episode, stupid hype in the beginning. That fight, that scream, I felt moved. Dera-chan, Hana-chan, and now the story, now it's gonna be interesting how it goes. So we had an explosive start, which I think did a great job in hooking the audience in. Can it sustain itself though? Can it? We'll have to see about that. Because now we're going to the modern world and it's gonna be funny to watch, you know, this mountain guy figure out what the hell a car is, right? They had to tell him there's horses in there. Comedy's hitting, the story's interesting enough, the production value is great. I think it sneaks into peak. What's another great anime? I'd say Tensura. Yeah? Low-key might be here. First 2 episodes, very slow. World building, setup, meetings. And the light novel readers will tell you there's so much important shit going on, but at the same time, I'm wondering, is there really? I think that the way... There's a lot of insecure Tensura elitists that tries to protect the anime, even though the anime is like... It's alright. Right? Again, it's one of those things where you're so deep into a story, and you're still in the fucking woods trying to set shit up for the future stuff to pop off. And it can't really pop off because it's so held back by the current state of the story. So I know it has potential to be great, but the first 2 episodes, lackluster, slow. The slice of life interactions are fun between the characters like Gopta and Milim and Masayuki and stuff, but I need something more. I think a lot of people are like, come on, like, do something, please do something. Another good anime, I'd probably say, is Liar Game. Liar Game is very disappointing though. The first episode, I think it's disappointing in the production value. I probably enjoyed it more than Angel Next Door. So I think that the Madhouse brand name really set this up to fail. Because when people think Madhouse, they're thinking Frieren, but they don't realize that, like, it's not going to be that production line. And with that brand name and the expectation high up, and it being an outsourced project, it's very underwhelming. How did the first episode do? It's okay. It's alright. It's just kind of there, right? And a lot of people are saying it's really going to turn up the next episode, so I'm going to give it a couple more episodes, right? I don't think... What is this? I just see his face and he's just so chubby and I laugh. Anyways, I need something more to happen. I see the potential. It just hasn't had the moment to shine. The production value is going to be limited, but the story, I hope it's actually really good. The Liar Games hasn't really started just yet. The first round was kind of tutorial to set up, you know, the main girl with the main guy and see what's going to happen with the dynamics. So I see potential in it. I'm going to wait for it to just kind of cook. All right, what's another anime that should be in peak? Okay, Classroom of the Elite. I mean, it's like a bias for me, right? Classroom of the Elite is a very interesting anime because it doesn't stand tall in terms of production value with the other peaks here. Yet, the overall change, right? There's a lot of history with this anime. 3 seasons of mediocre adaptation with a lot of cut content a lot of people were pissed off about. Fourth season comes in, second year is starting. It's pretty hyped source material. Production line changes, same studio. Art style direction is amazing. And the first 4-episode drop, that shit fucking hit. It actually really hit. Now, the issue, so it's unfair, right? So the unfair thing is, if only 1 episode dropped for Code, I'd probably have this shit here with like ReZero. You know what I mean? But because this dropped 4 episodes, and then it's on its 5th episode right now, it's had a lot more time to cook and actually give some highlights. So again, this tier list right now is very like disadvantageous for shows like ReZero, some shows that are just getting started. If only 1 episode of this drop, wouldn't be the same. But still, after watching 5 episodes, I'm so glad that it's getting this treatment. The art style direction is phenomenal. I love the news, again, changes, and the story. Fascinating. White Room Assassin trying to take Koji out. This new rookies coming in. Colorful, bold cast of characters. That first, first 4-episode drop of versus Hosen, that was really fun. The comedy is actually hitting too with Ichika stuff. The romance is hitting too. Like, I love it. Classroom Elite is like a biased favorite show for me. I know a lot of people may not like this type of story, but personally, I fucking love it. So it just kind of goes to the top for me here. Wistoria came back. First episode. I think it deserves to be in peak. I do. That first half, just like setting everything up, it did a really good job in expediting what happened from season 1, what we're supposed to wait for, right? The Celestial host, Barry reforming, and Will trying to climb that tower. Dude's doing the test, and that final test, bro, the monologue, the direction of that scene in the classroom, holy shit. That was so good. The romance slice of life, Colette, Rosti and Elfie, amazing. And then the final part, setting up this crazy, barrier festival, New Year's, Happy New Year's, and then the villains pulling up, and boom, the fucking demon angels are falling down. Super hype. Very fun first episode coming back. I'm glad that the production is still very elite. Season 1, apparently it was like a miracle that this staff got to be on part of it. Season 2, the director changed, but this director is no joke either. This dude was working on the Reze movie, I'm pretty sure, and was also working on Wistoria Season 1 just for a bit. And the original Season 1 director, I think, is a chief director now, so it's in really good hands. So again, this is one of the best produced animes of the season, and the story's actually hitting. I love it. It's fun. It's simple. It's hype. This was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I think this is a solid rom-com. Probably gonna be the best rom-com for me. I'm only watching, what is it though? I mean, in terms of actual romance, right? There's like this and this. But there is some romance happening in random other shows too. But still, I was very pleasantly surprised to see that the Danmachi and Railgun director, the elite, talent from JC Staff, but this is not a JC Staff anime. This felt like a JC Staff rom-com to me, but it's not. It's because of the director. Really fun starting first episode. Nothing too crazy, just a guy that just loves to game and just be cozy, and a girl, that also just like wants to be inside and have fun. The interesting thing is that they're not afraid to be like, oh, we're actually dating as like a lie. So the character dynamics, it's interesting, it's fun, it's wholesome, the cozy character acting is actually really good too. I'm surprised that the production value is actually pretty great for this. So overall, solid. Absolutely solid. Witch Hat Atelier? First 2 episodes? I think the first episode was actually really damn good. I'd probably put this somewhere like here. I don't know. The first episode, setting up what's gonna happen with Coco and the mom, the reveal of what magic really is, actually pretty hype. Second episode, more chill, going to Kifri's, atelier and meeting the other people, more chill, just kind of 7.5 out of 10, just kind of set up stuff, right? It is what it is. First 2 episode dropped though, and I think it was pretty damn good. I think it lived up to the hype, and I hope that it's gonna be more dark and edgy, because a lot of people are saying that it's a very dark show. And I hope that it can actually deliver. Today's episode, I think, should be pretty hype. I saw some images of some hype action scenes. So I got good feelings about this. This is definitely one of those headliner titles that a lot of people have been anticipating. So hopefully it does really well. Barbarian's Wife. Low-key great? So why? Because Barbarian Dick? It was just shocking. So in terms of production value, it's pretty limited. Nothing, it's not too stiff, but like there's plenty of shows here that I think are better. Like this one I think is better. This one low-key better, right? It's okay. It's okay. The story about a lady knight from this kingdom where it's all traditionalist and looks down on women in fighting roles. She gets kidnapped by a clan of barbarians who wants to kidnap lady knights and take them as wives. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just a degenerate story that I think was really fun. Like, again, it just kind of hit though, right? The action was all right. The comedy though, right? The sexual fan service and stuff at the end was definitely the highlight. I'm interested. I don't know how much longer it's like stuff like this. I feel like it's a bit of a bait. It's gonna have an explosive start, and who knows how well it's gonna just kind of keep up. But hey, that first episode was definitely explosive. It was. Needy Girl Overdose, I think should go here too. This is my enjoyment, and I think that I enjoyed this a lot. Where would I place this? Loki here? That'd be kind of crazy. So this anime, I really had no expectations. It caught me off guard, and I think it caught a lot of people off guard. It was a dark horse of the season. Everyone knows about the IP and the name of Needy Girl because of the video game. But I don't think anyone's expecting this type of anime. The director is cracked. So let me look at this. Needy Girl Overdose anime list. Who's actually directing it? Because this guy is low-key cracked. Masaoki Nakashima. Bro, I watched it. I watched the Red, Ranger. I also watched the Blue Archive. Okay. So I worked on a lot of Arknight stuff. So this dude just came in and delivered such an interesting direction of the anime. I don't think any of these animes ever were like that, right? It wasn't. Like, you have to just watch it. If you've seen a Monogatari or like a Shaft anime, one of those like French film anime, if you've seen Shibo Yugi last season, you kind of know what I'm talking about. The story is messy, but messy in like a very like productive way. There's a lot of different characters, and they do a lot of show don't tell in terms of like just like the way that the first episode was done and the identities of the Kawaii Angel and like the VTuber girl here and her friend, and the overall mental aspect of streaming and the audience, the parasocial nature, and the meta analysis and commentary that I can really relate to. That's why I think I like this a lot. This probably won't hit for a lot of people if you don't care about these kind of topics, but like for me, it just is so relatable on so many fronts, and the production value is pretty damn good. I don't know. I feel like this is my like artistic anime of this season. For a lot of people, they're gonna think it's too chaotic and wild and they don't know what's going on and it's too pretentious and they're not gonna like it. But to me, again, just such a relatable story and so much to work with. When I'm reacting, right, there's like a lot of things to just talk about and it's fun for me. So that's why like I put it up there. So very shocking and surprising anime that just came out of nowhere and took over, and I would put it in peak. I don't know if it's gonna be rank 1 in peak, but I'm just gonna put it there for now. Now, Ascendance, I just got caught up. So season 4, I did 3 seasons of catch up, and we're finally there. And we'll watch, the 2 episodes, and we'll rate this in the next tier list. Rib Isekai? Hey, good point. Good point. Where's the Rib Isekai? Let me pick this up. Rib. Where the fuck is it? Does anyone see it? Do you guys see it? I don't see it. Do you guys see it? There is technically, I'll put it in later or something. So technically there's one more isekai, and it's a Rib Isekai. And I really thought it was not gonna do well, but this is why it's important to just try shit out. Like, this is one of the best performing first episodes. It's just out competing pretty much like any of the others here. The only thing that can like beat Rib right now is like the tops, which is really impressive. I guess we'll just here, I'll use Anchan, man, for Rib. So I don't know where to place this, because like when I was watching this was just a fever dream. It was definitely such a weird show, and the audience is mainly from my audience. So from my audience, I guess a lot of people are kind of expecting this isekai to do well or something. Like the engagement, shit, it's better than pretty much all. But like it's not based on, you know, performance of the anime. How much did I like it? I mean, I feel like in terms of artistic design, it's right up there with Needy Girl, is it not? Like this just fundamentally changed in art direction during like the story times of what happened. It was crazy, and they did it really well too. The production value is low-key cracked. It's actually done really well. The storytelling itself though, it's a hit and a miss. The comedy's gonna hit sometimes and sometimes it won't. Half the episode I was just kind of left there just kind of be like, what's going on? The other half I'm kind of laughing. So I'll probably put this at like, in terms of enjoyment, somewhere like here. I don't know, it's like, it's okay. It's nothing crazy. I was actually kind of shocked at how much people enjoyed this. And hey, if you want to keep watching it, I'll keep watching it until you drop it. So as the numbers are there, I'll keep watching it. And that's pretty much it for me. Now, let's recalibrate. Let's really think about like, is this tier list the way it should be? I do believe that these were genuinely the best shows that I've seen this season. And you know what? Just for a little bit of a sneak, let's just put up ReZero up there. Because why not? I feel like ReZero, it just gets that like, the bias. It's the unfair advantage. I'm just gonna put it up because I just love this anime so much. But come on, the first episode I don't think was really indicative of how good ReZero can be. Some of the other stuff, Tensor is actually really fun. Tensor is really fun. Low-key Angel and Liar Game and Rib could be mid, but it could still be fun. Probably put this Tensor. I'm gonna just put Tensor up here because I have a bias towards that too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of pity points. I literally just added pity points for Tensor and ReZero because they're having such a slow start, but that's pretty much it. All right, that's my tier list for now. We'll see what anime. I feel like we're gonna be dropping a lot of anime, especially on Saturdays, right? Because like if we're gonna be talking about what's on the chopping block, right? It's low-key this. It could be this. It could be this. These are all fine. These are okay. Kill Blue, how well did Kill Blue do? Kill Mler? Kill Blue. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. The watch time is good, but damn, it's rough. For the first episode, that's pretty rough. And there's also... Come on. This is rough. So this is what I'm talking about. It's first week is so easy to get viewership. The second week, like where do they all go? Right? This is a fraudulent show. They don't even care about their own fan service episodes. So like if you're gonna fuck around and not show me any sort of like dedication, I will drop this shit in a heartbeat and prioritize other stuff too. So these shows low-key, and this one too, right? This is probably gonna get dropped. Like, this is probably the worst performing fucking show. Of all these, I would probably keep around these two. I think Liar Game will do fine. I think it's gonna have its core audience later on, right? I think Liar Game will probably do fine. Iruma-kun is kind of sus right now. Iruma-kun definitely is kind of sus. 6K in the beginning. Oof, just barely. This is kind of pathetic. Within its niche audience too. But we're still 4 seasons in that like I do have like a special spot for this anime. So I think that it's not looking good. I'll say this though. Saturday is a fucking death trap. Saturday is a death trap with this anime. 1, 2. Needy Girl's okay. 3, 4. It's alright. What I mean by death trap is like these shows are so fucking poorly performing that like the more I do it, the more I kill my channel. And the only way to do it is to fucking wrap it up in batches and pump out other videos that will just do better by nature of it not filtering out people because it's like an anime. TLDR, I think anime reactions hold me back. This is gonna sound crazy, but I think that I'm too good for anime reactions. And what I mean by this is my depth of commentary and my entertainment, it can be done for a broader topic that can reach a wider audience. Anime reactions are very niche, and on top of that, the way that I run my channel of doing seasonal content makes it even more niche. We're not just doing one community series and scaling it out, we're doing so many other seasonal slop. But that's the way that this channel was designed, right? So it's always a tricky thing where I'm being held back by covering so many different anime that's barely getting engagement. And I know how to get viewership. I've shown you that I can do it if I just want to. But at the same time, if I just do that and only focus on the big ones, what happens is you put yourself in a hole, in a box, where you can't cover all this shit anymore. And even while not doing that, there is a way to just like tank the viewership and do well enough and still be able to cover all this anime. And the goal of this channel is horizontal scaling, variety channel. So it's not like I'm gonna drop it, but lately I've been really thinking of like, there's such a better way to optimize for my channel. There's so many other stuff I can do. I can literally just do core community series and cover various Twitter topics, drama, and anime related things that doesn't filter people out. Because again, you want to watch this shit, you have to be fucking 5 seasons deep, like 4 seasons deep. Not everyone's watching every single one, right? Like, anime reactions, you think it's easy viewership? It may be. It can be. Especially if you get into the algorithm for big shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and all the other stuff. But how much does that happen? Right? You'll notice that in the off-season, a lot of the channels that heavily rely on those big topics, they don't do well at all because they can't cover topics like this. Because the more they do it, the more they kill their channel. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a really, it's a paradigm. It's a paradigm of the more I grow, the more people come in, but the more fragmented it becomes. And the more that I try to cover all these different anime, the more I kill my channel to a certain extent. So it's like a delicate balance of trying to like obviously cover all the stuff that's doing well and tank some viewership for these shows because it's all right. It's not going to be the end of the day, right? But it's always annoying. It's always like fucking annoying knowing that I know what I need to do to just get viewership. And doing this shit feels like volunteer work for an audience that doesn't even exist. Because that's just the design of the channel from the beginning. I don't know. The true answer is somewhere in between. It's not like I'm gonna drop anime reactions. Anime reactions is core bread and butter, but every once in a while, it's like, damn, why am I covering all this different shit if people aren't even watching? But like, the more that again, you only cater towards the big shows, the more that you put yourself in the box and you can't cover anything. And that might be a worse outcome than what I'm doing right now. And I've proven that even when we're tanking viewership and we're shadow banned and whatever, there is growth. You can create this. So the game that I'm playing right now is just so fucking stupid. And to be honest, I wouldn't recommend it to most people. I think there's so many better ways to make money and to grow as a content creator than do seasonal anime reactions. And this is just... I just fucked myself over. But even then, it's not that bad. I'm just making a bigger deal than it actually is. Anyways, that's just my inner thoughts about just content creation and the niche that I'm in. See you next time.